Okay, I would like to call this meeting on August 11th to order. If you will all join us with a moment of silent meditation. Now we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, justice for all.
At this time, Dan, will you please read our mission statement?
Our mission is to guide students to become informed, engaged citizens and curious lifelong learners.
At this time, Mr. Street, I have no public participation.
Very good. We'll move on to the approval of minutes and claims. We present to you the minutes from the July 28th, 2025 meeting for your approval. So
Second. Moved by Jeff, second by Jill. All in favor? 6-0.
we recommend your approval for the corporation claims and payroll for $1,941,238.86. So move.
Second.
Moved by Tim, second by Dan. All in favor? 6-0.
Under report items, Form 9 was submitted to the Department of Ed on time, as it always is, and it has recently been approved by the Indiana Department of Education and is available for your review. I believe it's on the counter, isn't it, Chris? Very good. Moving into employment actions and items. We have no retirements. Moving on to resignations. We ask that you accept the resignations as listed.
So moved. Second. Moved by Katie, second by Jill. All in favor? 6-0.
Leave request. We ask that you approve the leave request as listed. So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jeff, second by Dan. All in favor? 6-0.
Under extracurricular, we ask that you approve the ECA recommendations as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Dan, second by Tim. All in favor? 6-0.
Certified, we'd ask that you approve the certified employment.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jill, second by, Jeff. All in favor? 6-0.
Under classified, we'd ask that you approve the classified recommendations.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Katie, second by Dan. All in favor? 6-0.
We have no old business. Moving on to new business. At this time, we'll have a public hearing for the 2026 budget, capital projects plan, and bus replacement plan. The Board of Education for the Kankakee Valley School Corporation hereby holds a public hearing on the 2026 advertised school budget, capital projects plan, and bus replacement plan. The required notices to taxpayers have been posted on the State of Indiana Gateway website and the Kankakee Valley School Corporation website. So at this time, we'll have Mr. Ritchie go over information on the plans and the budget.
The proposed budget has a total of 1,648 appropriations, and it's just shy this year of $60 million. There's 5 funds that we must approve a budget for each year. These are funds that we receive property tax money or state support in. The education fund used for educational expenses, faculty, teachers, aides, curricular materials, supplies, and things that go with that follow the classroom. This fund is state supported and receives no property tax revenue. And the state support that received is predominantly based on enrollment. Debt funds are always determined by the amount of debt payment that's due during the course of the year. We have 2 debt funds. We have a referendum debt fund, which we have bonds from 2017. Those were used to pay for the middle school. Then we have a debt service fund, which currently has 3 bonds in it. And we're anticipating another first mortgage series bonds in 2025. We talked about that before. Operation fund, these are our non-instructional expenses, things like transportation, utilities, equipment, maintenance, central office. We're limited to a growth percentage that's determined by the state. This year, we are allowed to increase our budget by 4% for 2026. Rainy day fund, this allows for us to set aside some funds for unexpected things. This has no property tax levy or rate. These are funds that were deposited in the rainy day fund from years ago. The last time we added to our rainy day fund was 2020. But we still have to do appropriations to be able, if we do need so to do so this year. Year 26. Our bus replacement plan. In 24, we did 4 regular buses, 1 activity, 25, 3 special needs buses, 2 regular. This year, 26, we're asking for 5 regular school buses. Bus prices continue to increase at least 10% per year, and our lead times right now are about 1.5 years. Capital projects plan. In 2023, we had a study done by Barton Vilma, which addressed areas that were immediate need in our facilities and ones that we pushed off a little bit farther. We've slowly been working at that list, and we have a number of repairs that are on the capital projects plan for 2026. Some very important repairs, including our pool area that needs a new roof and it has walls that are separating slowly from peeling away that needs done. There's some also municipal water of note and some HVAC repairs that are needed. Property tax rates. Right now, 2026, we've advertised for 1.0249 rate. With assessed valuation, we would anticipate the assessed valuation being somewhat higher than it was last year. The last 2 years, it's been about 9% higher than the year before, which would lower our rate and put it in line with what it's been in years past. That's been about the same rate. Are there any questions about the budget I changed?
At this time, the floor is open for public comments and or questions regarding the proposed 2026 school budget, capital projects plan, and bus replacement. Would anyone like?
Hey. I'd recommend that you close the hearing. And then I would recommend that the Board of Education of the Kankakee Valley School Corporation did conduct a public hearing on the advertised 2026 school budget, capital projects plan, and bus replacement plan in accordance with Indiana code. And no patrons spoke. Therefore, no one objected to the proposed budget, tax rate, tax levy, capital projects plan, and or bus replacement plan. So we'd like to.
You know, motions.
Second.
Okay, you, Tim, I'm sorry. Okay, Tim motioned and then Josh second and all in favor. 6-0.
Moving on with new business. We'd recommend that Peerless Midwest replace multiple butterfly valves in the filter building with a total cost with parts and labor at $12,765.
So moved.
Second. Moved by Katie, second by Jill. All in favor? 6-0.
Under use of school facilities, we make a recommendation that you approve the Girls on the Run. For the practice 5K, they'll be using the middle school football track without lights on October the 16th from 3 to 5.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jill, second by Katie. All in favor? 6-0.
Those are all the items that we have for our regular board meeting.
Get a motion to adjourn.
So. Second.
Moved by Jeff, second by Dan, all in favor? 6-0. And I have 6:09.
Move into our work session after Chris has some papers signed by you. Ready for the work session? All right. We will first start with Chris with any financial issues or items.
A couple things. With a budget hearing complete, we'll have a series of resolutions ready for you at the next board meeting where we adopt our budget. Other thing, you talked about Form 9, I was gonna tell you that annual financial report will be submitted this week ahead of the August 29th. That's all I get.
Mike, curriculum, staffing,
Curriculum wise, the principals rolled out some of the changes in the new programs with our grant. And, hats off to the staff. They realized that we need to do something different and, seem to be on board. And hopefully everything goes well. The biggest thing is we need to make sure that our staff are trained, and we have training set up here in the next couple weeks, in August, to make sure that everybody's ready to go. Okay. Staffing, we, after tonight's board meeting, I believe we are full with teachers. Maybe 8 or 2 still out there.
the teachers started though.
Yeah,
early.
they did.
Under student enrollment, our principals have given us a count of where they are in the building. So we feel we have 287 students K through 3, and Vermont Elementary.
Sorry.
Okay, 546. At our intermediate school, we have 473. At the middle school, 722, and at the high school, we're at 990 students. We have 8 students enrolled in online, all secondary, correct, Mike? All secondary, which gives us a total today of 3,026. So we imagine our staff, our office staff will be going through our list, see who hasn't shown up yet, going through there. We hope we have some move-ins, and then unfortunately, we always do have some move-outs. Transient population with that in all school districts. So we're at 3,026 right now. We've asked our department heads to come in, so we appreciate them doing that. First of all, we'll start with Andrea, with Director of Food Service.
Thanks for having me. If I had a choice. So yeah, we started the year off really strong, had a good first couple days. New things happening. We had a new oven put in at the intermediate school. I had 5 new employees that started on Friday. We are introducing a 2-week rotating breakfast menu. We anticipate that breakfast count going down, which we knew it would. So we're gonna do a 2-week rotating menu, and we will be also introducing new items, more fresh items, eggs, hash browns, things like that we can do now that our counts a little bit lower. Instead of serving 300 students in 10 minutes, it'll be more. or reasonable to do that. We launched a new menu program, which allows, parents, staff, nurses to view our menus. We had a few little hiccups, but I think we got most of that figured out. It allows us on the back end to track our inventory, analyze costs a little bit better. We can, my managers, put all their counts in. So it's, real time. I can get on there and see how much we're spending, how much we have left, things like that. So it's a wonderful program. It was about 6 months in the making, manually putting everything in. We have some new items that we introduced on our menus. We have a Caesar salad, wings and rings, and a cougar burger at the high school. We're doing the old schoolhouse pizza, but with whole wheat crust. This isn't the crust we had growing up, but we'll introduce that to the kids, and it seems like it'll be a good hit. So. And then this is, I wanted to show you a little bit what our digital menu looks like now. So the best thing is it has allergy information. One of the perks of it, it has allergy information and carb counts for our nurses, so they can log on to this. They can make a tray, see what the child ate, and then it gives them a total carb count, and they're able to dose the child with the nutritional. So this is the platform you go to. No, it's okay. You'll pick your school, so we'll go to the high school here. And right now we have it set for grab and go, but obviously there is mainline on there. And then there's breakfast as well. So once you pick, and you can pick all, but then it makes the menu very large. So if we just do the grab and go, when we want to see the entire menu. So this is what a weekly view would look like. The good thing is a parent can go here to the daily. Get on the right day here. So a parent could go on that day and they can see exactly what is offered. And it has the calories, the carb count, all the nutritional information. They can click, go to allergens. They can view all the nutritional, and then they can make a tray. And this is kind of nice for younger kids because they can go on here and then they can pick, what they're going to have. So it tells the components that they're going to have. And it tells them exactly how many they can choose. They can choose chip, things like that. So it's very user friendly. I think once parents get on there and play around, yeah, it is. It is hard from your phone to print a monthly calendar.
It's hard from your computer to print a monthly calendar.
Especially has everything on there. So I recommend doing the weekly one if they're going to print it. With the younger kids in the elementary, we still are doing the nice menu and sending that to the school so that they can send those home. I know they like to circle on the calendar and things like that. But this is really nice, like I said, for nurses, for staff to get in there as well, to do all that. And when I make changes, it's real time on there. So if we have something come up and we have to change something, it's very easy to do that. So eventually we will have pictures for everything. So that's our next step, is to work on having pictures on it for that. It is a change. Anytime there's a change, we get a little resistance, but so far all the emails I've gotten are pretty good with that. So we'll go back to okay. The next one is some goals, food service goals for the year. So on top of our original goals, just to go a little more in depth, this year we're really going to focus on boosting breakfast participation. With that decline, we're hoping that we will be able to offer more hot items, like I said, to encourage more students to start their day with a breakfast. We were doing about 200 at the high school last year. Our first day we did 10, but we had 60 today, so that's good. First day is always, everybody's trying to get through classes. Our elementaries are down. I think that today we were at about 75 on our elementaries, and about 300. So another goal is to support our team with ongoing training. We'll continue to provide staff training each semester to keep everyone up to date, feeling confident in the kitchens, bringing some guest speakers, different skills, knife skills, food safety, sanitation, things like that. We do that throughout the year. We're going to add more scratch cooking meals. We'd like to introduce 2 new scratch made items each semester. Things fresher, healthier meals, and chance for students to try new things. That's our goal with that. And keeping parents in the loop, we'll keep sharing updates, photos, menu highlights through our menu platform, Facebook, so they can stay connected and see what's happening in our program. And then also just to make the cafeteria a fun place to eat, continue to make our meals more colorful, fresh, and visually appealing to catch the attention of students and get them excited about eating. So those are our main goals this year. Continuing this year, we'll still do the hydroponics. Mr. Bitterling's advanced agriculture class will be taking it on this year. I think there's a couple students that were in his class last year, so I'm very excited that they can kind of take the lead on that. We're still gonna offer fresh fruits and vegetables every day, and we'll still have our coffee bar, where all the sales will go to our angel funds for our students. So just kind of doing it, and that's it. Anybody questions?
You used to bring samples.
Yeah. For a couple days. The next one.
Is there still a big outstanding balance for last year?
We have, I think, about 6,000.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were able to pay off, I think, about 45 or 5,500 there with our donations and coffee sales, so.
Thank you, Andrea. Margaret and Travis, were you guys working together?
Yeah,
All right.
his maintenance is in my buildings and my building has his maintenance in it, so. So for 2025 for summer, I wanted to incorporate this picture. I don't know if anybody's been into Mott Elementary to see this mural that's painted at door 10. Last year, we were going to re-wallpaper that and the cost and the expense, so I got a hold of our painter. We peeled the wallpaper off, he sanded it down, painted it for a fraction of the cost that we paid on for the wallpaper, so. We saved a lot of money there, and Tracy's niece came in and painted this mural. It's amazing. The detail in it in person is just, it's really a nice added addition there. So I just wanted to put that on there just to show you, in case you haven't seen it. So our summer projects at the high school, we got the main gym. I hope everyone has seen it so far. It's painted, the curtains are up in the corners, the record boards are up. I have one extension coming Wednesday. They're coming back for the regional and semi-state. I wanted to make them 12-foot, and so we had to do a 4-foot extension on those. So those will be complete. And the football stadium banners, we have them. I don't know if the guys have started putting them up yet, but they will be up before the first football game. The West Annex elevator is done, so hopefully we don't have elevators to do for a while. Middle school, we got the 8th grade pod is carpeted. It looks very nice and appealing. We've got one more pod to go. Actually, 2. We've got the 7th grade and then the athletic hallway. And then the resale, the parking lot went very well. They planned it over the moratorium week, so they were in and out. There was no issues whatsoever, so that worked out very well. Wheatfield Elementary, we got the LVP in the office done. We got the parking lot lines added in the bus parking lot so that when there's a program there, everybody parked all over crazy. So there's at least some lines there. Intermediate school, we got the 6 classrooms with carpet and paint are done, and the maintenance department installed the playground panels that was donated. Demont Elementary, with door 10, the entrance, we got that painted in the mural. And other than that, we have a few little outstanding things. I would say that 80% of our summer projects were complete. I'll let Travis finish the ones that he had.
At the high school, we are still working on the West Annex window replacement, and we're working with athletics on placing the wall pads in the main gym. Demont Elementary, we still have probably a couple of weeks left before that roof is done. We're also in the midst of updating landscaping. That should be done well by October. We've got some reseeding to do. Through and grassway on the north side there. That's got to get torn out and timing for reseeding. So middle school, we still have to paint the outside of the gym doors. They're wet pretty badly, so that's about all that we've got in progress right now. As far as future goals, we have a lot of projects that you all are familiar with, that are hoping to get done in 26 and 27. That's about it. Anybody got any questions?
We appreciate the work you've been doing,
Yeah.
especially with the heat and keeping our air working and everything with that. And then our well building out there with that work with that, Travis. So thank you both.
Sure.
Yeah, did that courtyard flood again at the Mount Elementary or? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Have we resolved an issue with that or not yet?
I think that'll be part of a bigger project. It's a small drain in a big yard. And that goes into the larger drainage.
Did it come back in the library again or not?
Just the carpet got damp, but
Okay.
not, we didn't have standing water.
No fish, I'm kidding.
Thank you. Rhonda, transportation.
I didn't do a slide presentation because I'm just a big yellow bus. So, we started off kind of crazy Friday. Was a little better today, but, most of the drivers got new routes. We totally changed things up. And the 10 minutes we added on to the middle school thought would be a good idea. I don't think is really gonna be a good idea. I can't get my buses back here in time for the intermediate, but as we talked this morning, when you think about that in February, you don't plan on losing 7 drivers when school gets out. So, weigh everything, it would have worked like it should have. We're gonna be pushing it for a while until kinks get worked out. So I think the last bus was home at 5 o'clock tonight, so. They're not complaining, because a plus is just other people are complaining, so. It'll all work out, usually does, somewhere along the line. A little give and take, but, I had to add another bus. I thought I was gonna be okay, but we had to add an elementary bus. And so we are out of drivers now. We have no subs except for the mechanics. So, and, cause I have that driver that broke her leg right after school got out, but she is on the bus aiding, thank goodness. But, my goal is to get more drivers. We did get some aides. We have gotten some aides, so we got our aides on our special needs buses. But, just need to get a few more drivers, because, we're running thin. But everybody is, so. But really, that's about it.
All the stops on county, or excuse me, state highways are door side. We
Mhm.
reported that last meeting.
Yep,
couple
Yep.
meetings ago.
yep. Unless you were behind the bus Friday night, it was not. Found that out today. The same bus that we had all those problems with, so.
Do we have all of our buses that were ordered in 23, 24?
Not 24, we just got the activity bus, we haven't gotten the 4 big buses yet.
That were ordered in 24?
For 24, yeah,
And we've
Yeah.
ordered 25 buses?
they're ordered. Yeah, it's been over 2 years now, I wanna say.
Yeah, we ordered 25 buses.
So. And then we'll try and order again, to try and stay ahead of the, whatever it is that supposedly they're not that far behind, but they seem to be on our buses. And then we really need our special needs buses bad. Taking a lot of miles each day. We just have had a lot of kids come back onto the bus this year. In places we haven't gone in a really long time, so we're traveling 6 miles out of our way to pick up one student who we haven't picked up in years. So I think that is part of our problem too, with roads. I mean, I've got a kid I'm trying to figure out where to put right now, and I don't even have a bus that's close. that vicinity at this rate, so.
At this time, we don't have any additional drivers to add routes.
Exactly, so. And you wouldn't think it would be so crazy because the elementary numbers are a little lower, but those are the ones where I'm from, so the elementary route. They've all decided to live in separate corners across our district. And I can't reach them very easily, so.
Any items for Rhonda then?
I mean, I don't have a question. I do have a concern when time changes. About the kids, especially elementary, getting off and it's gonna be dark.
I know.
So that concerns me.
You said that last bus today was home at 5. The bus driver was back home or the last kid was off?
No, the bus driver was home at 5.
Okay,
So you figure the last kid was probably off at 4:45, but that's still late.
I would
I mean,
agree.
it's still.
I was just,
Yeah.
you never know
And it
what
will
that
be,
distance
once our
was.
time changes, it's dark by 4:30, like
Yeah.
dark,
I mean,
dark.
When, a few years ago, it was kind of the 4:30, 4:45. But as we get going, things start working their way out or,
Yeah.
The
kids
kids.
quit riding because parents start picking up. It just depends, but I don't know with the economy being the way it is,
Mhm.
how many parents are gonna do that. So I think that's why we've seen that influx come in on our bus. We're trying not to, but
What we saw today compared to Friday, it moved much quicker than Friday.
hour earlier today.
The
So
the middle school is getting to the high school at the time or a little bit before what they anticipated,
And high school left on time today too with the new time.
right? And the high school on Friday compared to today, and I was out there today, it amazes me how many kids do not know their 911 address at the high school level.
Didn't pay attention to what bus they got on, had no clue if it was a man or a driver, nothing.
So our people are there to help, but that slows it down a little bit. But they got out there on time. But as Rhonda said, the transportation is, the buses are delivering kids further than what they had before.
Yeah.
And without drivers consolidating routes, that's into that. So I think we need to look at where we are this week and then determine if we need to make some further adjustments.
Well, I heard, I mean, like, obviously, I'm on the east side of the county and I heard from a kid on our bus that it would have been Friday, that a kid from DeMott got on our
Not the
bus at
only
the
one.
middle school.
Not the only one.
And I'm like, and so then that driver had to go
There was
at least back
six.
part way. I don't know what the deal was, but I'm
Yeah,
like, this is a middle school kid.
I have a question. So the kids have the elementary kids and the intermediate kids have their cards that scan on, correct?
Like the driver had them scanned.
If they had them scanned.
That
So,
was a frustrating Black Friday. The ones that we're looking for didn't scan on. The other ones, there was a lot of buses that had them.
And the
scanned
middle
on.
school did bracelets. I don't, maybe just the 6th graders?
No, it was
Was
the
everybody-
whole, the drivers were supposed to hand them out, and then when
Okay.
Jen got the new ones in the office, she handed them. I don't know where it is. That's exactly what they would say. I don't know where my bracelet is.
Yeah, I mean, the kid that was talking to me and I'm like, so where's your bracelet? And it was after the fact. And he goes, oh, I put it in my backpack. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, he knew where it was.
Wouldn't have ended up over there on the wrong side of the district, but
The kid that I talked to ended up at his house, so we're good.
yeah, I had one that ended up from the IS to Wheatfield that should have went to Demont today. We got her back here. Yeah. So I mean.
and that happens every year.
Absolutely.
It does. And a couple of them were because the driver that they've seen was the driver from last year.
And they changed routes.
It was not their driver this year, and so they
Yes.
went for a ride. Thank goodness none of those parents were upset. And the one that did call and really was not happy, did apologize to the driver. But first day, I mean, I get it, you have those issues, but.
Yeah.
Nothing though.
like I said, I mean, it was a good idea. We had buses waiting for a half hour between, so why not? But then they've taken all the other variables, I guess.
We'll monitor it. See how it is this
Yep.
week.
So we'll look down.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Eric, technology.
I thought our first day in IT was happening. Our summer projects, went along very well. We installed cameras, new external cameras or exterior cameras at the high school, corp office, and at Demont. They do have the live stream of board meetings, set up and operational. We were hoping to upgrade our second camera server over the summer. We didn't get the server till the last month of July. I just got the hard drives on Friday, so that's still an ongoing process. Hopefully soon. Wi-Fi access points. We updated the ones at the high school gym and added additional access points at both the Demont and Wheatfield gyms. Also on our E-rate schedule, we had our current firewalls going end of life in next year, so we've got that one in place. It also didn't arrive till the end of July, but that also is on our to-do list here coming up shortly. And then same thing with our older switches throughout the building now. We did get the ones in Wheatfield upgraded now, we're just going building by building as we get opportunities to go in and replace some switches. The guys also this summer created training materials for onboarding new staff and also have them available for review for existing staff. Covers a lot of the software and hardware we use, so if they have questions, they can refer to those. They added sound capabilities to the video walls in the high school cafeteria, so that things that are playing there will have audio included, and set it up so administrators can open their laptop, project it up to the video wall and need. So we also upgraded our iSeries server. That one did come in. That one is complete and in place. We're in the middle of moving from Zoom to Google Meet. The accounts have all been moved over. Teachers are now going in and familiarizing themselves with the difference in software. Windows 11 upgrade is ongoing. We are down now to, I think, just 2 labs, PTL, TW labs, and a couple of offices, but probably less than 30 to 40 computers now finished. I shouldn't say that. We have administrator laptops still on that list that update to Windows 11. So I think that's really about it. That's very successful summer. Well, we did the rollover and online registration and those things we do every year. And we did add the new Valley Online entity into Skyward, so that's up and running.
Any questions for Eric for technology? Eric, thank you. Thank you for your team. Thank you.
I don't have anything else. Does anyone else have?
I just have a question, circling back to the new online school. Do we know, are those students that were existing KV students or were they from outside our physical
We have
district?
4 that were existing, and then we have 4 that are from outside. I would probably say overall I had 30 to 35 that reached out to me,
Okay,
and a lot has to do with not being able to do extracurriculars. But I think that would have been a number of our students who would have been in there.
thank
Good
you.
question.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
I got nothing.
Close the board meeting or the work session.
Thank you so much.